Just a quick review of yesterday. You guys know what a sequence looks like. Arithmetic sequence. I add the same number. Well, now, when I start adding those numbers in the sequence up, I start referring to it as a series. And what we did on number 8 yesterday, on problem number 8, is we started building our own sigma. And we only did one. I don't feel comfortable where we were, so I want to do 2 more problems where we build our own sigma. Okay, so anytime they ask you to add up an arithmetic sequence, I need you guys to start building a sigma for me. All right, so take a look at number 9. Find the sum of that arithmetic series. Now, let's talk about what they're giving us right now. Let's talk about what they're giving us. This is good review for the quiz tomorrow. They're giving us D equals 8. We should know what that's telling us. D equals 8. What do we know? Tell me something about this sequence of D equals 8. Here we go, 16. Kian at home there. What can you tell me of D equals 8? What do you know about the sequence of D equals 8?
It's increasing by 8 every time.
Perfect. Excellent. The sequence is adding 8 every time. All right, now I have A sub n equals 240. And what I've always told you is, if you just see A n, that just means any term. Right? So I know any term in this sequence is 240. But you guys can get more specific. Because they tell you D, they tell you A subscript n, and what's the first thing they tell you? N is what? So this isn't any term, is it? It's the what term? 16th term here. Okay? So what they want you to do right now is add from the first term, which I don't know, to the 16th term. Add them all up. That's what they're doing right now. So A1, A2, A3, A4, add them all up until you get to 240 and tell me what it all adds up to. Do you see what the problem's telling us? Because this is exactly like the textbook homework that's due as a graded assignment. So you guys that handed it in already, watch how we do this problem because you may want to go back and change your work. All right, since I'm adding a sequence, let's start building our sigma so we can plug it in our calculator. We always start at what on the bottom of the sigma? What's always our starting number? 1. So n equals 1. Okay, I'm going to plug in 1 through what? Well, we already know. How many terms are in this sequence? 16. So I'm going to go from 1 to 16. I don't have to find that top number. Okay, 1 to 16. Here's what I need your help with is, what's the formula that should go there? Okay, what's that formula that should go there? All right, how do I find that formula? I go to my reference sheet. This is the only formula I'm having you guys use tomorrow. For any arithmetic sequence, find the nth term of this sequence. All right, find the equation for the nth term. N stays n, right? Anytime I find an equation for the nth term, n stays n. Ooh, we got a problem, don't we, guys? What's our problem right off the bat? I know the 16th term. I don't know the first term, though. I know the 16th term, and I know what I'm going by, but I don't know the first term. Can anybody help me out there? I know the 16th term, and I know I keep adding 8 every time to get to the next term. Anybody help me get backwards to the first term? Hi, all. What's up?
I have like an idea, maybe.
I'm ready. Any ideas?
So would you substitute 16 in for n and then d for 8, and then you would just like do the same thing except you would solve for a1?
Okay, here's what Ella's saying. I love it. Here's what she's saying. Because there's 2 different ways to approach this. Here's what Ella's saying is she's saying, hey, let's use this formula because this is any term is 240, right? What's the first term? And then 240 is what position in the sequence? 16 minus 1, and we know our d value is 8. So there's one way, is to use that formula again to solve for A1. Great job, Ella. I don't know if anybody was thinking another way, is just doing it out by hand. Guys, think about this. If you're adding 8 every time, how do I go backwards? Subtract 8. So if you wanted to right now, pop on your calculator, 240 minus 8. There's the 15th term. There's the 14th, the 13th, woo, the 12th, so on, if you wanted to do it that way. So 2 different ways, whatever you feel comfortable doing. All right, if you just want to straight up work backwards, go ahead. If you want to use the formula like Ella did, go ahead. I love both ways. Pick a way, because I'm going to ask somebody right now to figure out what the first term is. Pick a way. Kian, when you're ready. 2 for 2 today, boss.
I just did 16 minus 1, then you do 15 times 8, and you get 120.
Is that the first term, 120?
No.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
120?
Because it's 240 minus 120.
Okay. Yeah, Anna thought you were wrong. You just put her in her place. Good job. 120. Everyone's all right? So go back. Remember, I was trying to find the nth formula for the nth term. So 120 plus n stays n. And then what did we just find was our common difference? 8. And I can't stress this because I see it every year. It's times 8. All right? It's times the d value. I see too many people put plus 8. And you're going to clean that up for me. All right, what do I mean by clean it up? Distribute the 8, combine like terms, and tell me what the formula is for the nth term so I can put it in my sigma. I'll start you off. 8n, what? What's after the 8n? Oh. Eliana, when you're ready. 8n.
Plus 112.
There you go. So everyone take that formula, put it into your sigma. And, oh yeah, pretend I wasn't here yesterday. Let's pretend I wasn't here. You guys have to teach me. Where do I go on my calculator? Because you could probably use your calculator on the quiz, hint. Where do I go to get the sigma button on my calculator?
Alpha window.
Alpha window. There is that beauty right there. Number 2. Number 2. There we go. And all I have to do is plug in the variables and the numbers. And it'll tell me what all these numbers added up will be. And when you get it, and again, if you don't have something like, you can use your Chromebook calculator. It's got it on there. Hi, Isaiah.
Hey.
Hey.
What is it? Negative 704.
Negative 704. How can you get a negative number?
Did I put it in? Oh, I did minus 112. It's supposed to be plus.
We call that one job.
Yup. 2,880.
Better? Everybody? So all those numbers add up to 2,880. Okay? So just a quick review. You always start at 1. This was given to us because I'm adding up 16 terms. Now the tough part was just finding the formula. All right, that was the tougher part. And this is how many of those on the graded assignment are done. Just the FYI for you guys that maybe handed it in early. All good? Yep. Oh, Caroline. Yeah, sure.
So when you create the sigma, it's always going to be n equals 1?
Yes, that's the easy way around it, yes.
Because when we were like figuring out the other stuff yesterday, it wasn't always n equals 1.
No, but when you guys do it out by hand, so yeah, I don't have to start at 1. I can start at, because you guys know whatever that bottom number is the first number you plug in if you're doing it by hand, right? Okay, but when you create your own sigma, Caroline, please start at 1.
Okay.
Okay? Because look, here's why, Caroline. Okay, pick what do you want to start at then, other than 1?
3.
Okay, if you start at 3, that top number's not 16 anymore. It's 18.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Okay.
By starting at 1 and I have 16 terms, you know that top number's got to be 16. You don't have to think in your head, well, if I start at 3, let's see, 16 more, that bring me to the 18th. You don't have to think about that. See why I want you to start at 1 now?
Yeah.
Okay, good question. Anybody else? Good? Okay, I want to do one more here. The old marathoner. Big Matty Ice, training for the marathon. You guys can read through it, where he starts, how much he increases by. Big thing in the question. Go right to the last sentence for me. Big thing. How many total, add them all together. That automatically means, oh, you want the total? You got it. You want the sum? I got a sigma for you then. Make sure you see the word total. I'm adding everything up. Now, I get it. Tomorrow, if I gave you this question, everyone could go, oh, I don't want to set up a sigma. 20, 24, 28, and you just get 8 weeks worth and you add them up. Okay, that's fine. But you know who's going to be obnoxious on the quiz tomorrow and Friday? This guy. Because you're not going to train for 8 weeks. You'll be trained for 75 weeks. How about that? Good luck writing all those out and having time to finish the rest of the quiz. Okay, so I'm just giving you a heads up. All right, I'm going to be that guy. Okay, so here we go. Let's help me set it up. I know n equals 1. What do you think the top number should be? How many weeks am I adding up?
8.
8. All right, now, Caroline, you see why I want to start at 1? You started at a different number. That top number is something else other than 8. But I can get to it like that when n equals 1. All right, tough work. Can you find the equation of the nth term? Here we go. And yes, you will have your formula sheet available to you, as long as you don't write anything on it. I'll give you a fresh one. Mason, here we go, boss. Help me out. When we're writing this equation, we know an just stays an. What about the first term in this problem?
The first term is 20.
That's how many ran week 1. N will stay n. And what are we going by here?
4.
4. Times 4, everybody. Times 4. So I'll give everyone an opportunity to clean that up. Bassett, when you're ready, 4n.
Plus 16.
There you go. And then you guys go right to your calculators now and see how many total miles Matty Ice ran here. Kian, how many miles did he run?
272.
Woo! Yep. Okay. Now tomorrow or Friday, am I going to mark it wrong if you write out everything and add them up? No. But just keep in your mind, I can't have you take this test 5th and 6th period. Okay, I got to cut it off at some point. All right, so if you do this for a few problems, okay, I'm not gonna mark you off, guys. It's the correct way of doing it. Okay. Questions about this at all? Or you want to talk about the quiz now? Quiz, 27 points, if that makes you feel warm and comfy inside. 27 points. 10 questions. 10 questions. All right. You try to snag one. You don't have any legs to run away. Got it? Okay, guys, 10 questions, 27 points. So we're going to review for it right now. I need you to go to the back of your packet on page 22. There's a bunch of review questions back there. We're not going to do all of them. We're not even going to go in order. Listen up, I am only going to do ones that pertain to tomorrow's quiz. I'm not going to waste our time here. If you got a seatbelt, buckle up because I'm going to go quick and it's going to be intense. All right? Here we go. First one, number 1. What's the sum of the first 19 terms of that sequence? So again, I get it. Could you write out all 19 and add them up? Go right ahead tomorrow. I'm not about that life, though. All right, I need to go a little bit quicker. Sum. So what am I going to need to set up here? I'm adding them all up. I'm going to have to set up my own what here? Sigma. Yep, here we go. Let's set it up. Let's roll. Party time. Kian, you got one more question for me, Kian, and I'm going to leave you alone. What's the bottom number here?
N minus 1.
-1.
N equals 1.
Good. Yeah, I rattled you. Got him. Rattled him. Good, Kian. Thank you. I'll leave you alone now. Here we go. Colin, time to rattle you. What do you think your top number is here?
7.
Where are you getting 7 from? No. That's what you're going by. I don't need that. The top number is how many numbers you're going to add up for me, Colin. How many numbers you going to add up for me?
19.
19. There you go. Everybody good? That's how many numbers you're going to add up on top. Now we got to do a little work to find the nth term formula. So here we go. You guys are good. This class is strong. Here we go, Ella. A sub n stays A sub n when I write a formula. What about the first term? 3. N, just keep it n, remember? What about the d value? 7. Perfect. Good job. When you're ready, Ella, just let me know. Clean that up a little bit. What should go to the right of the sigma?
It would be -4 plus 7.
7n minus 4. You can write -4 plus 7. Doesn't matter. There we go, guys. Go ahead. I'll give you a second. Go to your calculator. Figure out what that sum is. 1 to 19. What do we got? Dan, what do you got for me? What's the sum here?
1,254.
Choice 3. Good job. Hey, everyone ready to do that tomorrow? Okay, set up a sigma and get after it. I'm not really too sure why I put 2 on here. 2 has nothing to do with tomorrow. But tomorrow I will. I'm not going to go over one, but tomorrow I do put on a sigma where you guys can just use your calculator and find out the answer. Okay. Just a quick refresh here. What are you doing here? If you see a 2 plus, just add 2 at the end. We didn't go over this, but I think you could handle it. What if I did this? Multiply not every term by 3, just multiply your answer at the end by 3. Everyone good there? So just find and I think you can just type that in too in your calculator. Type 3, then go to your sigma and you'll be fine. Guys good at home with that? Okay, be prepared for that. You don't freak out if you see multiply instead of add tomorrow. Number 4. Oh, here he goes again. Write a rule for the nth term. N stays n in your formula then. Feel like this is the most practice we've had of any type of problem. Let's see, can I catch anybody? Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, what do I plug in for A of n?
For A of n, wouldn't you just leave that?
Nice job. I thought I could get you. We got a problem, Isaiah. What's the problem coming up now?
It's A of 5, which equals 24. So we gotta find, or we can find what 1 is, or we can just put in the 5.
Oh, you don't want to put, okay, hold on. We're going way ahead of ourselves. I need the first term, everybody, right now, but I gave you the 5th term. But you know you're going to add 2 every time, so either you can work backwards, like we did previously, or you can use the formula. Okay? You guys choose what you want to do right now. Do you want to work backwards to get to A1? Or do you want to use this formula we're using right now and plug in 24 for AN and 5 for N and solve for A1? Work backwards or use the formula. I do not care, but I need somebody to get A1 for me. This is your problem, Isaiah. So when you get A1, let me know.
Be 14.
14. Stop me if you don't know where anything's coming from. 14. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Plus. What are you plugging in for N?
Wouldn't you just leave it N?
Oh, you the man. Leave it N.
And then you put in 2.
Times 2. Times 2. Times, not plus. What's up, Nick? What did I do wrong?
Isn't it 16?
Yeah, I got.
You son of a gun.
Wait, hold on.
God, why?
Hold on.
God.
it would be.
Nobody at home either chiming in there, huh? Eliana, where were you for that? Usually you're good for that. All right. Yeah. I remember everything. Okay, go ahead, clean it up. Just made me look so bad, bud. You're doing so well too by not plugging in for N. And then disaster.
2n equals, or 2n plus 12.
I
Oh,
can't.
I'm still doing 14, that's why. 16, so it'd be 2n plus 14.
There you go. All good? Any issues there? Okay, let's keep, so you know you're going to write a rule for the nth term for me. What else are you going to have to do for me? Read a word problem. Here you go. Little staircase action, huh? So how many bricks in the 15th step? And I refuse to write this all out and do it the long way. You guys can do that tomorrow if you want, but I refuse to. 50, what's the second term of this sequence? 47, 44. All right, Isaiah, what's the pattern?
It goes by 3.
What do you mean by 3?
Like you subtract 3.
Subtract 3, okay? Make sure when you say by 3, subtract 3. Everyone, yes, subtract 3. This is called an arithmetic sequence. What's the only formula I have for an arithmetic sequence? The one on the formula sheet, A1 plus n minus 1 times d. We're going to use this to find the 15th term. How many bricks does the 15th step contain? All right, let's roll 8. Here we go, Colin, back to you. Okay, our goal, how many bricks in the 15th step? So what do you want me to plug in for n? I got to plug something in here.
15.
There you go. So I'm basically, guys, find the 15th term. That's what I'm asking for in a word problem right now. Find the 15th term. Let's go, Colin. First term.
That'd be 50.
50. What was your n value here? Remember, it's the same n you plugged over on the left side.
15.
15 minus 1. What's your common difference? What are we going by?
-3.
Okay, yep. Hey, everybody, times -3. Not minus 3, times -3. It's always multiplied by that d value. And then you guys can go ahead, keep rocking here. Let me know what the 15th term is. Hopefully it's something smaller than 50, right? Will, when you're ready, let me know what the 15th term is. You working there, Will?
Is it 8?
8? Oh, is it? 8? Why am I asking you?
Yeah, well, I
8,
got
yes, Will. 3 out of the 4 in here agreed. That's all I need. All right, 8. Everyone okay using this formula to find any term in an arithmetic sequence now? All right, a lot of fun here on number 6. This is what we did day 1 of this unit, the whole recursive formula. Do this to the previous term. All right, kids, find the first 5 terms. Okay, I can do that. Find the first 5 terms. Eliana, here we go. First term, Eliana, what is it?
2.
2. Good job. Hey, what about the second term, Eliana?
X plus 3.
Okay. And now we got to do a little work now. Okay, we got to find the first 5 terms. We found the first and the second. They were given to us. Now let's talk about how to find the third term. We're going to use the formula they gave us right here. You guys got to help me remind me of what each piece means now. What did the n minus 1, anybody remember what that was? That was take the previous term with the n minus 1, yep. And now, I didn't even stop there. I added in n minus 2, which you will also see tomorrow and Friday. That's the previous. I even used that in my second period class today. Okay? You'll see previous and previous, and you will also see just the previous term. All right? There's a couple recursive formula questions on there. All right. So, need a little help now. Here you go, Will. One at a time here, Will. So I'm finding the third term, Will. Use your formula I just did in green here. Ready? What's the previous term, Will? If I'm on the third term, what's my previous term here?
3.
Oh, where are you getting? Hold on. I'm on the third term. What was the term before this one I'm on now?
X plus 3.
Ready? X plus 3. Keep reading the formula here. Plus 6 times the one before that one.
2.
Times 2. Everyone see where all these values came from? Yes, I do want you to clean it up, please. X plus 15. Who's got the fourth term? Kian, you're good. I told you that already. You're fine. Colin, last time for you today. Fourth term, help me out. Ready? Previous term.
X plus 15.
Yep. Plus 6 times 2 before the one I'm on.
X plus 3.
6 times x plus 3. So you guys are going to have to go ahead and distribute the 6. Combine your like terms. And what do you got there? 7x plus 33?
Yeah.
How's that look? Thanks, Colin. Any questions on what we're doing so far? Because you have the fifth term and that's it. Because it said for on the first 5 now. Okay, fifth term. Keep using the same rule. Oh, here we go. Katie, not here again, huh? Can we make an appearance soon here? 13. Sophia, here we go. Ready? Previous term, Sophia.
Uh, 7x plus 32.
Okay, keep reading. Plus 6. Sorry, go ahead. I'll let you talk. Go ahead.
Plus 6 times x plus 15.
Got it. Everyone seeing how this works? Not bad. So be ready for a previous one on Friday or tomorrow, along with just a previous one. What do you got there? 13x plus 90, 33, buck 23. Questions there from you guys? Going? Do you think we can get 3 more in? Think we can pack it in? Yeah, we can. You're a beast. Here we go, 7. Find the 8th term. Again, I'm trying to force you guys not to write it all out. Find the 8th term. There's only one formula you need tomorrow. It gets a little crazier after that, but for now, this is the only formula you guys need. So I'm finding the 8th term. Who's going to hook me up here? Woo, here we go. Will, back to you. Ready, Will? I'm finding the 8th term, Will. So what's my n value here? A subscript. Remember, what term are you finding?
Find 8.
Okay, so 8, right? 8th term. That means the 8th term. What's your first term?
18.
Plus, what's the n value you just plugged in on the left side?
N minus 1.
Well, that's n minus 1, but I got to plug something in for n, which is the same at
Minus 1.
8 minus 1. Okay, what's this d value? What am I going by in this one?
2.2.
Times 2.2, everybody. Not plus, but times. There we go. If you have to, go ahead. Write them all out. But shouldn't have to. I know it. What's this going to have to be?
33.4.
33.4. Here we go. Good. Everyone all right? Issues going? Okay. Let's see if we can fit 2 more in. 19, everybody. 19. Let's skip around. 19. I know 19 has 2 parts to it. You're not ready for the second part yet. I haven't taught that. You're ready for the first part, where it says arithmetic sequence. Find the missing terms in between. Okay, find the missing terms in between here. All right, what value is the most important here that I'm going to need to find the terms in between here? What value am I going to need to figure out, well, what do you add to 8.5? What do you add to that? What do you add to that? What's that value called? That's my common difference, D value, everybody, D value. So where do I find the D value? From my formula. Don't try to guess and check. It's going to take you too long, and you may not ever find it. All right, so D is going to be all by itself. You guys got to fill in everything else in the formula. D is just going to stay D, but you got to fill in everything else for me. So let's see if somebody can hook me up here. Yep. Colin, actually, you're good. Told you that you were done. How about a new one here? There we go. Liz, here you go, Liz. Liz, I will take anything you could fill in here. Anything you want to substitute in, go ahead.
A1 is 8.5.
Thank you. 8.5. Remember, the only thing that's going to be a variable is D. So we got to figure out what should I plug in with A subscript n on the left and what to plug in with n on the right. Because those two are related. They are related. Here's how they're related. You're good. You did a good job today. Bassett, here we go. Everybody, A subscript n is any term in the sequence except the first, because I already plugged that in. Bassett, do you know any other term in this sequence?
19.7.
There you go, guys. 19.7. Any other term but the first? And then the n value is, where is that number in the sequence? 19.7. It's the what term, Bassett? Go ahead.
The 5th term.
5th term. Everyone see how they're related. Whatever number you put here, you got to put its position in for n. Okay, go ahead and solve for D now. And this is why you don't guess and check, because I highly doubt many of you would figure out what you're going by here. When you get the D value, let me know. Anna, there we go. 2.8. Thanks, Nick. Okay, use it now. If the D value is 2.8, what are my 3 missing terms in that sequence? Okay, Will, here you go. 8.5 plus 2.8. What are you getting? Because I got to add this number every time. 8.5 plus 2.8.
11.3.
Keep going. What's the next one then?
14.1.
Next one?
16.9.
And guys, add it one more time and you should be at the end of our sequence, 19.7. Okay? All good? Questions? Okay, we didn't get to the third one, but that was fine. Just I was going to do 10 with you. Okay, 10's very similar to one that'll be on there. Real quick, we'll see. I'll just start setting it up with you, and if you guys want to finish it, you can. Theater's got 20 seats in the first row, 3 more every one. Yep, 35 total. Read the question here. Find the total number of seats, right? Total number of seats. So what am I going to set up here? Sigma. Got to set up a sigma. N equals 1 on the bottom. What about on top? How many terms am I going to end up adding here? How many rows? 35, right? And then all you guys have to do off to the side is write your equation for the nth term. Let me try this. What number is this? 10? Yep, and you guys want to keep going on that? You got 2,485 seats after you find the equation for the nth term and use the sigma. I will be after school today and tomorrow if you guys want to stop in and ask me questions. I got plenty of more questions to review too. All right, so you guys coming into class tomorrow, quiz day. I'll see you then. Good job, guys. You too, guys. Behave.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.